Hi, welcome to Numina, the only place that's reverse engineered the College Board. We're going to show you how to solve these problems very quickly with mathematical precision and with 100% confidence. That means you no longer have to rely on the answer key, but purely on the power of knowledge. The mind is a powerful tool, and we're going to show you how to use it. Here's how it's done. Alright, here we are at question 7 from section 10. As indicated by the hashtags at the top right of your screen, we'll be discussing run-ons, coordination, and modifier errors. Remember, the first time around, I will answer the question, so just sit back and relax and watch. On our second attempt, we will read the question together and then dive into the grammar involved in each of the choices. And lastly, we'll give you a chance to solve this problem using what you've learned and seeing if you can solve it as quickly and as accurately as we do. Let's get started. Selected as an astronaut by NASA in 1990, over 719 hours in space were spent by Dr. Ellen Ochoa on 3 flights by 2001. I see an error in A. I can go ahead and eliminate A. I see another error in B. B is gone. I see the same error in C. C is gone. I do see an error in D, so I can eliminate D. Our answer is E. Wow, that wasn't so bad. What about for you? Well, if you had difficulty with this question, don't fret, because now it's time to move on and discuss the grammar. Let's take another look at question 7. Selected as an astronaut by NASA in 1990, over 719 hours in space were spent by Dr. Ellen Ochoa on 3 flights by 2001. Looking at choice A, I notice we have a modifier error. Why? This past participle phrase, selected as an astronaut by NASA in 1990, someone has to take on this modification. Someone has to take on being selected as an astronaut. Who was selected? In A, we have over 719 hours. Well, this is incorrect. This doesn't make sense. This is illogical. Thus, we have a modifier error. Well, in B, we have a modifier error as well. Why? Well, the prepositional phrase by 2001 can't properly, appropriately be modifying or be modified by the selected as an astronaut phrase in the beginning. So we have a modifier for B. The same thing goes for C. 3 flights in 719 hours cannot be modified by selected as an astronaut. So C is out of the window. And in D, we have a fragment in a verb form. The verb form, the present participle verb form spending leaves us with no main verb for this sentence. We just have a subject, Dr. Ellen Ochoa. But we do not have a verb, a main verb. So we have a fragment here in D. So we're left with E. Dr. Ellen Ochoa had spent over 719 hours in space on 3 flights by 2001. Everything checks out. Verb tenses look good. Verb forms look good. Subjects look good. Everything is properly being modified. Selected as an astronaut by NASA in 1990 should modify Dr. Ellen Ochoa, which it does here in E. Now, if you take a look at the top at our note, we snuck it right by you, but it says a modifier should be as close to the object it's trying to modify. That's the case with D and E. The modifier is close to Dr. Ellen Ochoa in both choices. But again, D had the verb form fragment error with spending. So our answer is E. Here we are a third time with question 7. This is your turn. Your time to shine. I'll read the question and then I'll give you a moment to pause your video and try to solve this question on your own. Selected as an astronaut by NASA in 1990, over 719 hours in space were spent by Dr. Ellen Ochoa on 3 flights by 2001. Okay, pause your video now. Okay, are you done solving the problem? How'd you do? Well, let's take a look at this problem together. Selected as an astronaut by NASA in 1990, over 719 hours in space were spent by Dr. Ellen Ochoa on 3 flights by 2001. In A, we have a modifier error. We can go ahead and eliminate A. The same modifier error in B and in C. Both are gone. D looks okay, except for we have a verb form error, a fragment in D because of spending, so we can eliminate D. Now we're left with E. Let's do the check. Dr. Ellen Ochoa had spent over 719 hours in space on 3 flights by 2001. Looks good, sounds good, looks like we have our answer, E. Numina, empowering mind.